Hello, girls and boys. I'm your Peter Pan storyteller, and I'm going to tell you a story about Fred Flintstone and his friend Barney. And you can read it with me, word for word. Just turn the pages when you hear this sound. Now, let's begin on the first page with the title. The Flintstones, Best Friends. One evening, Fred Flintstone came home all excited from his job at the rock mine.
Wilma! Wilma! Guess what? Barney and I are going fishing tomorrow.
My goodness, Fred! In the middle of the week? How can you do that?
Yabba dabba do, because we got a day off, and I know a great place to fish.
That's very nice, dear.
But to herself, Wilma thought,
Fishing, huh? Well, I've got other plans for him.
and she got that look in her eye that said Fred might get a few surprises. The next morning, bright and early, Fred's friend Barney showed up at the Flintstones.
How about it, Freddie, my boy? All ready to catch a whale? Come on, it's getting late.
Yabba dabba do! Let's go!
And they headed for the rockmobile. Just as Fred was about to pull away, Wilma came to the door.
Oh, Fred, would you do just one little thing for me before you leave? Stop at the store and buy me some clothesline. The old one wore out and the birds get at the clothes if I lay them on the lawn to dry.
Fred and Barney looked at each other.
Oh, well, better do it, Fred. It won't take long, and there'll still be plenty of time for the fish.
So off to the store they went, bought the clothesline, and back they came. But before they could leave, Wilma called them back again.
Fred, that clothesline isn't doing any good just laying there. Couldn't you and Barney put it up before you go? It'll only take a few minutes, please.
Fred gave Wilma a look, but finally got out of the rockmobile.
If we put it up, will you stop thinking of things for us to do? It's our day off, and we want to go fishing.
Why, certainly, dear. Heavens, I don't want to spoil your day off.
So Fred and Barney hung up the clothesline. Of course, they did get tangled up in the rope a few times and hit their thumbs with the hammers. But when they finished, the clothesline was all ready to be used.
There, it's up. Now let's go, Barney.
Thank you very much, boys. That's a lot of fish. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Fred, come help me.
Oh, look at what? What's wrong now?
Up in the big tree, 3 of my best dish towels. Those birds must have carried them up there. Fred, please get them down before they blow away.
Oh, come on, Wilma. Cut it out. We'll never get away.
Barney looked at Fred in disgust, but they both got out of the rockmobile.
Let's both climb, Barney. Saves time.
Up in the tree they went, scraping their elbows and knees on the tough bark. Once Fred slipped and fell, but he had been on the way down, so he didn't fall very far, and he was just shook up a little.
Gosh, you're both bleeding from getting scraped in the tree. Come in the house while I bandage you and put some medicine on those scratches.
After Wilma had treated their bumps and bandaged their scratches, quite a bit of time had passed, and Fred and Barney were beginning to think they would never get to the fish. Just as they were going out the door, the rockaphone rang.
Barney! Oh, Barney! It's for you. Betty wants to talk to you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, Betty. It can't be. All right, Betty. I'll come home.
What now?
Trouble. Plenty of trouble. Betty's mother's coming to visit tomorrow. We have to go to my house and bring down the spare bed and mattress from the attic.
Dang blast it, there goes the fishing trip.
Maybe not. If we hurry, we may finish in time. Come on, let's go.
Fred and Barney tore over to the rubbles and raced up to the attic. The attic stairs were very narrow, and there were a lot of corners to go around. Naturally, Fred and Barney were in a hurry, so they had a very hard time getting the bed around the corners. They managed to knock some plaster off the walls and chip some paint off the bed. Fred slipped once and turned his ankle, and Barney did too. Barney's poor nose was banged by the bed when it fell on him, and his fingers got jammed. By the time they got the bed downstairs, Fred was limping, and Barney's nose was starting to swell up. But they weren't finished. They still had to bring down the mattress. Because the mattress was so heavy, it kept slipping out of their hands until they had to finally just drag it down. Poor Fred's back was really hurting by the time the mattress was on the bed. Betty patched them up as best she could, but just as she finished, the Rubble's rockaphone rang.
I'll tell him, Wilma. Fred, you'd better go back to your house in a hurry. Something's the matter with the water pipe.
Oh my gosh, look at that!
The Flintstones' yard was a lake. Water was gushing out of the lawn like it was a fountain.
Barney, let's get digging. There's a busted pipe under there. Wilma, call the fire department. Call the water department. Call the police.
Call me an ambulance.
By the time they dug up most of the lawn and got the water stopped, and had sent the firemen, the water department, ambulances, and police back to their stations, Fred and Barney were soaked. They had blisters from digging, and now Barney's back was sore too. They were both so tired, they flopped right down on the wet, muddy lawn.
What do you want to do on our next day off?
No more days off for me. It's harder than working.
Some fishing trip.
Fishing? Huh? I never want to hear that word again.
Just then, Wilma came to the door.
Barney, you'd better go home now. Betty's waiting for you. Fred, come on in. Dinner's ready.
What's for dinner?
Fish.
Oh.